abusive relationship and had nowhere to go. I was trying to help someone I had previously dated, let her stay in my house, and lent her a car to be able to work and get back on her feet. Only after I asked her to leave my house, and she initially agreed, did she file the false abuse allegations against me in order to game the system and get a free place to stay. The PFA was obtained in an effort to keep me away from my own home. I never harmed this individual, nor did I commit the act she has alleged. As most know from dealing with these types of people, once this person felt rejected, this is when the abuse of the system began. She claims she did not have anywhere to go, but at this point, after housing her for months, it wasn't my problem, but she made it my problem. The accusations against me felt like they were used as a weapon to harm me after I rejected her. I want to share this because I have had clients who have been treated similarly in their relationships. We have witnessed a number of men, in particular, who lose everything with the mere allegation. Although I support victims of crime, I also support due process, of which I have been denied by the media. The day that a person can accuse another with just words and no evidence whatsoever, where a mountain of proof of her motive exists, is the day that our justice system is finished. I'm not willing to let that happen, and in doing so, I'm borrowing a saying from the Me Too movement. I'm going to stand up and fight back. I've come here today to stand up for the truth and for change in our justice system. I'm here to be a leader when it seems no one has the fortitude to be one. I'm here to speak for all victims and to vow to do better than the current bureaucrats who allow fake accusers like the one that accused me to be emboldened to file false claims without fear of any consequences. Most people could see through the biased news coverage of this incident that this was an obvious fabrication. The Lewiston Sun-Journal conveniently did not mention that I am currently suing them for defamation. They are ignoring tenets of journalistic integrity by not mentioning this pending lawsuit. I want to thank all people that have reached out to me that know this difficult woman and her repeated attempts of abusing the system in such a way and shared their own stories of dealing with her. This fake accuser had nowhere else to go, so she abused the courts by filing false PFA. I found out subsequently to her false charge that she is well versed in the PFA system. I have all her PFAs here that she filed in Rumford. She has filed or been an accused abuser 5 times in the Rumford courts alone. She may have been involved in even more as she is not from Rumford. However, she has changed her name several times, and her ex tells me that the name she's using now is not even her real name, but an alias. Furthermore, the fake accuser is the violent, abusive one, evidenced by the articles that I have here, where she even made national news when she attacked and punched her husband in the face multiple times, then was arrested and proceeded to have one of her 4 children in the back of a police car. She gave birth to one of her children. I didn't even realize all this history when she came to me with nowhere else to go, claiming to be in an abusive relationship. This person appears to have little or no family that is there for her. Her own mother, in charge of cleaning for a local resort, allegedly fired her recently for stealing from guests and is also worried about her psychological problems and her serious problem with lying. Many people that have contacted me call her the most dishonest person they have ever met. Yes, she has repeatedly and continues to game the system. I'm running for district attorney because it's vitally important that we have someone in charge who has the courage to do the right thing no matter what. There are numerous fake victims out there who have levied serious allegations against innocent people just to gain an advantage. This is what the fake victim did to me. The fake accuser in my case reminds me of the crazy women in movies like Misery or Sleeping with the Enemy. Filing fake charges calls into question the legitimate complaints of actual victims and makes people question them. It's one of the lowest and most vile things a human being can do, falsely accuse someone. And it violates the 8th commandment by her bearing false witness against her neighbor. In The Sociopath Next Door, Dr. Martha Stout brilliantly explains how we live among sociopaths every day. The book's research of sociopaths revealed that nonviolent sociopaths have a tendency to abuse the court processes and level false allegations against their enemies in an effort to harm reputations, improve their financial situation, or simply for revenge. Rejection is the trigger for them. In my case, the trigger was asking her to leave my house. We have a subset of society that has learned to use the courts to their advantage. The legal term is abusive process. The false accuser fits every single indicator for this sociopathic mental disorder. Superficial charm, narcissism, pathological lying, manipulative and cunning, shallow emotions, lack of remorse, incapable of human attachment, constant need for stimulation, lack of empathy, impulsive nature, and promiscuous sexual behavior. Despite the media's snap judgment and depiction of me, my friends and family stand by me because they know I would never take advantage of someone. As a matter of fact, I am usually the one taken advantage of because I have a kind heart. My friends reminded me that they understand my predicament because all of us have been had by someone with ill intentions at one point or another. We have learned our lessons the hard way. As much as I want to help others, I will now be more leery of their intentions when it comes to financial motives, asking me for help. I tried to help this woman, and now I am out of a home. I'm afraid that some have learned to falsely weaponize sexual assault and domestic violence allegations in an effort to control the situation. They also use the courts as another form of control. She was able to obtain a PFA to keep me from my own home. This fake victim knew exactly what she was doing when she filed this claim. She messaged a neighbor and was joyously bragging about how she knows the PFA process and it would allow her to stay. I have all the messages with me here today that explain exactly what happened. Our conversation makes it simple to see that this was just a case of me politely asking her to leave. She falsely swore in her complaint to the court that she has the messages to prove her allegations. She doesn't because they don't exist. Just another lie from this person. The system is broken. Those maliciously filing false claims and PFAs and potentially ruining innocent people's lives should be criminally charged. In my case, the judge did not properly follow legal precedent or common sense when he did not allow me to submit all the evidence of the accuser's history of involvement with the PFA process, nor her history of dishonesty and untruthfulness. That's why his decision will be overturned on appeal. The justice system should be about truth and real justice, not just winning a case and punching the clock. Just like justice was not done in my case, many other cases face such issues. Those inside the system are not used to someone with the gall to challenge them and call out their dishonesty and abuse of power, like I have always done fighting for my clients. My duty is to the law and to my clients first and foremost. I have paid the price going against the grain in several cases where the lawyers, corrupt officials, and a few bad judges abused their power or acted unethically. I'm now fighting back against their unethical behavior, and I'm sure that will help me in this case where the judge abused his discretion. In this present climate, sadly, some are ruining all the gains that have been made exposing the actual abusers and wrongdoers. It is no secret that the filing of a PFA is the panacea for the few evil, vindictive women out there to get revenge by defrauding the judicial system. The only solution from my perspective is to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law those who make false statements under oath and in their complaints. Luckily, I will have the chance to do that if I become district attorney. I have a case right now in federal court against the city of Lewiston for a man who was falsely accused of rape. The fake victim later recanted in writing, which I have here as well. Yet the police refused to prosecute the woman. I wrote to the previous mayor, the district attorney, and the police chief asking them to do the right thing. They cowardly did nothing. The system is broken. It's not going to be fixed by those that are part of the problem. My client could have been sent to prison for 20 years. Unfortunately, anyone can potentially be taken advantage of and be a victim of these abusers of the system. Anyone with a big heart that helps those in need. No good deed goes unpunished, but if we are going to uphold the integrity of laws in place to help actual victims in need, we must make an example of those who game the system. I want to end with one last reminder and a takeaway that filing false accusations hurts real victims of crime. I have current and past clients and friends that have been victimized, and they too acknowledge that when the allegations and courts are misused in the process, that it harms all who are brave enough to come forward and report a crime. I fully endorse and encourage victims of crime to report the crimes and abuses. I also want to make clear that men who are falsely accused are also victims of crime. My situation is no different than a messy divorce or breakup. One person gets hard feelings, realizes it's over, and has to protect what is theirs. In this case, it was a place to live. She now does have a place to live, in my home. Lawyers often witness both the narcissist and sociopathy at work with financial motives. They are the same people who claim they are being abused when they are the abuser. They are the same people who will lie in court, a court of law, or in a sworn document to win their case. In an effort to protect real victims of crime, I vow to be a part of the solution in fixing this current system. It will be changed by district attorneys who have the intestinal fortitude to put people like the fake accuser, in my case, behind bars. You won't see that courage from the current district attorney. A new district attorney can persuade the courts and juries to punish those who lie and abuse the process for financial gain. Most victims of crime report because they want to protect others, and this is what I want to do. An allegation can ruin someone's life, whether it's true or not. Only the true allegations, those with evidence as opposed to just words, should go on to be prosecuted. I hope that we can move forward with our constitutional rights in mind and the right to due process. Those who are accused are innocent until proven guilty. And in cases like these, the devil is in the details. Details you won't hear from the media, but do eventually get worked out in a court of law. Thank you for coming today, and if you have any questions,